Is the Jupiter real estate market still strong in 2026? If you live in Jupiter or you're thinking about buying or selling here in 2026, let's talk about what actually happened in January. Because Jupiter is behaving very differently than some of the surrounding markets, and that nuance does matter. I'm Jason Jones, and I focus on Jupiter and Palm Beach Gardens area. Let's break this down clearly. Pricing. Still strong upward movement. In January of 2026, the median single family home price rose to 1.35 million, up 20.5% over last year. Closed sales also increased by over 13% compared to last year. So, demand in Jupiter remains strong. Buyers are still transacting, even at higher price points. But here's what actually stands out: inventory is tight. New listings actually dropped by 25% compared to last January, and total inventory declined by about 24%. Months of supply fell to just 3.7 months. That's a it's a very tight market compared to some of the surrounding areas. When inventory compresses like this, pricing pressure naturally stays elevated. Now, let's talk about the pace. The homes are taking about 64 days to go under contract. So while inventory is tight, buyers are still thoughtful. This is not a frenzy market. It's competitive but rational. Now, let's talk about the negotiation reality here. Sellers are still receiving about 91.3% of their original list price. That tells us that negotiation exists, but sellers still do hold leverage due to the limited supply. Pricing correctly in Jupiter right now is very powerful still. Overpricing, however, can still stall your momentum. And as well as the condo and townhome segment, on the condo and townhome side, median price came down to about 415,000, down from last January. Doesn't necessarily mean values are collapsing. It can reflect shifts in the mix of properties sold, especially in smaller segments. Meanwhile, pending sales increased over 24%, which suggests activity remains steady. So what does this all mean if you're planning on selling in Jupiter? If you're selling, inventory is working in your favor, but buyers are still very informed, they're analytical, and they do compare options. Well-positioned homes, especially in waterfront or highly desirable communities, still perform very strongly. This is a leverage with discipline kind of market. And how about on the buy side? What does this mean if you're buying in Jupiter? If you're buying in Jupiter, supply is limited. That means hesitation can cost you some opportunity. However, you still have negotiation room if you approach it strategically. This is not a panic market, it's a very precision market. The big picture here in Jupiter is that Jupiter remains one of the most desirable coastal markets in South Florida. Limited inventory combined with consistent demand keeps this market very resilient. We're not seeing distress, we're seeing controlled strength. If you'd like a breakdown specific to your neighborhood, because every section of Jupiter behaves a little bit differently, I'm happy to walk you through it. I'm Jason Jones. I'll see you in the next market update.